Okay, I'm getting all kind of stuff when I go live. Everybody's sending me all this stuff, and when I touch stuff, it takes it away. So this is the last time that I'm gonna go live, and if it does not work, then we're just gonna have to do something different next time. So, okay, you guys. Tracy, are you dizzy yet? Because I'm dizzy. Oh my goodness. I have never had this issue before going live. So that's how I know this is really juicy information. So my cutoff time is going to be 8 o'clock, you guys. So if it cuts off again, I'm just going to let it be. Thank you for coming back, Rizal. I'm just going to let it be. Thank you, Henry, for coming back. I have never had these many issues going live before with my live doing that. So I'm not going to touch the computer. I'm not going to do anything. I'm waiting on Greg to come back in because I know he's sitting and waiting. I know he's like, what's going on? So if you are just tuned in and you have not liked and shared the fourth video, thank you, Rizal. I appreciate that. We are talking about the pros and cons of online dating. And Greg is giving us some valuable information, and I'm hoping that we can get him back on. He's out in, I think he's in Phoenix, Arizona. So our connection, and I think it's my connection. I don't think it's his. But if you ever thought about online dating, this is where you can get the information. He is a coach, so he can coach you through everything. He was just talking about helping you with your profile to make it have substance in it. So when people are reading it, they're not reading the shallow information. Henry, I don't know what's going on, but thank you so much for coming back. So I'm waiting on Greg to come back because he was giving us 10 things that we can do for online dating. He said the first thing you can do is Google yourself. How many of y'all have Googled yourself? I have, because I was just being nosy. But how many of y'all have actually sat and Googled yourself to see what come up? And the reason why I Google myself is because my name is a unique name, so I know a lot of people don't have my name. But there's some people that have ReShell, right? So I Google myself, and then I want to see if I come up first. So y'all should Google yourself. Okay, that's great. Google yourself to see. Thank you, Henry. Okay, I'm about to pull you back in, Greg. So Google yourself to see if you come up. See if you're the first person that comes up when you Google yourself. So I did that because I wanted to see if I was the first person to come up. Okay, Greg, I'm waiting. I see you there, but I tried to invite you in, but I don't see you. Oh, there you are. Okay. So he said to Google yourself is the first thing. Oh, you have results, and Henry said he has. Okay, great. So you guys have Googled yourself. Was you surprised by what you saw when you Googled yourself? He said, Google yourself, set up a new email. Okay, thank you for coming back. I appreciate it. So I was just catching them up on the 10 that you was giving me. So you said Google yourself, set up a unique email, a Google voicemail, shorten the version of your name, and your profile should have substance. Okay,
that's correct. Okay, good. So inside your profile, you want to say things about yourself that's representative of the person you want to attract also. I do not believe opposites attract. We attract exactly what we are in all situations at all times, and that's an entirely different show. The reason why it appears that you were the oddball is because he was able to present to you what was like you for a period of time, but he could not maintain that vibration or stay on your channel, and vice versa. And so ultimately, they show up as who they are. The other thing now, after you, remember I said that you don't want to spend longer than 10 days going back and forth via, just using text messages or instant messages. You want to, at some point, go live with that person on a Google Hangout or a Zoom so you can see them. Because now you get to see that person in real life before you meet them. You can see, okay, a picture is worth 1,000 words, but what makes it voluminous is when you can not only you can hear that person, see that person, engage the person. Like right now, I see that you as fine as all get out.
Thank you.
I got a hookup. No, so it's important that you do that. You engage that person, and then you can say, okay, I like what I see. I like the way they present themselves, and so you can take it to the next level. The next level is when you're going to meet that person.
Okay.
Now, before you. When we talk about meeting that person, you want to meet in a very public place. The first meeting I recommend it be a breakfast meeting or a
Okay.
lunch meeting, but the ideal meeting would be a short meeting, like for coffee or something. So
Okay.
that way, if after 20, 30 minutes, you can always elongate it. You can say, hey, look, I enjoyed the coffee. Let's go grab a meal if you
Okay.
feel comfortable with it. Or the gentleman can say that or whatever. So it's, you show up in a very, now, here's one thing you want to do. Don't show up. Don't let him pick you up and take you there.
Okay.
Okay, we know the chivalry thing that the man picks you up. No, if you never met this man, you should not be getting in his car. You never met this woman, you should not let her pick you up. See, that's the player in me. She gonna pick me up. No, I'm joking with you. So come bring or drive yourself. Now, I don't even recommend that you drive yourself because he can see your car pull up. And if he sees your car pull up, he knows what you drive. See, like you drive that S550. If I see you pulling up in your S550 that you drive, ReShell, I'm automatically gonna say I hit the lick. But you know what? So what you do is you could drive your car, get there early enough, drive your car, park it somewhere else, and walk up.
Okay.
Or take an Uber or a Lyft, ride share there. That way they don't have your plates. You can leave when you want to leave, but you do not ride with him or her. You meet them there. That's important. So when you get there, you meet them. You do not tell them your real name until you're ready. So don't forget what your pseudonym is. Okay? Or don't walk in with a bag that say Debbie and they be like, I thought your name was Denise. So you want to make sure, these are the things you have to do. And even if you're meeting someone that you still should have some safeguards in place. Okay, don't reveal your name until you're comfortable and you're ready to do that. And I would say let it be 1 or 2 dates before you really feel intuitively that I can share that piece with that person. And it won't be that you've been deceptive. You share with them that you are in the online dating arena and you just have some safeguards in place. No. The other thing is don't reveal where you work at. Sometimes people do that in their profile. And when a person knows where you work at, if it goes south, they can start sending stuff to your job. They can start showing up at your job. So you don't want to compromise your bread and butter. So do not reveal where you work at until you're deep enough into that relationship where you intuitively know it's okay to reveal that with you. Okay. So I did encourage you to have a virtual face-to-face meeting with that person before you actually ever meet with them. I encourage you to meet in public. Okay. When you're meeting in public, do not consume alcohol.
Oh, don't drink. Okay.
Because now what alcohol does, why you laughing?
I'm sorry.
And here's why. Because it inhibits, right. It is a lot. But think about it. Alcohol does what? It relaxes you.
Yeah.
And if you go to more than one, then it can begin to find yourself compromising, saying things, putting yourself in a position you don't want to be put in. So I would say don't do the alcohol on the first date. Okay? That's really important. And if you can't have a first date without alcohol, then you need to talk to me probably because you got an addiction problem. So let's deal with the addiction first. No, I'm joking with you.
Okay, so Henry said, isn't that starting off lying?
What?
If you don't tell him, your full name, your right name, he said, isn't that starting off lying?
No, it's not necessarily starting off lying because you have the intentions to share with them. It's protecting yourself. You don't share everything about yourself with someone because you have to develop measures. You move into that. So I understand. So you may give them your first name, but make sure you have a different last name, or a shortened version of your name that they can't find. What you don't want them to be able to do is to Google you and find you with a quickness.
Okay, wait. That's true. Okay, Razal says, wait. He says, but it's going to be hard to go out with a person a couple of times and I don't know her name. Why would I even want to spend coins on her? She's good enough for my money, but not for honesty, for her name.
Well, you are going to know her name. She's going to know, just like yourself. I will use the name Ausar. Ausar is my pseudonym versus my name Greg. Because if I use my name Greg, they usually can put 2 and 2 together. So it's okay that you have a name that they know you by. It could be a nickname that you use, but don't let it be the name that you're publicly identified by. Like you can find your credit score, you can find your history, any of those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the way that technology is right now, if they know where you live, if they know your address, they can type it in and they can do like a sky version of your house and key in on
Mm-hmm.
your actual house.
Mm-hmm.
And that's scary. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So here's one. Most importantly, women in particular, men should do it too. Tell someone the details of this first meeting. I'm going to McDonald's, and I'm only supposed to only be there for an hour. Call me after 30 minutes. And so you take that call after 30 minutes, and you can say, "Hey, yeah, I'm out with so and so," and that verifies that you are there. You're in good situation. You may have a keyword. If you use that keyword, that means you're in distress. So let them know. So tell somebody the details. Now, the first date you do that. The second date you do that. I said all the way through the third time of being with this person, let your girlfriend, and in this case, you'll let your dating coach know, this is who I'm going out with, and this is where we're going. These are the details. So if I don't show up, this is the last person who was with me. You got to do this. You
But
can
what
have
if,
these same issues. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, what if you have them to meet you there, like where you going, and you said just show up, but they're not actually with you, but they're just lurking if y'all in a public
Yeah.
place?
Your girlfriend that's behind the bushes going like this.
Right.
You can do that. You can do that too. That if that gives you a little more comfort, you can have that person meet you, and they may be sitting in another part of the restaurant having coffee. And after you give a cue, they know that you're feeling okay, you safe, and they can leave. So so you can do that. Whatever makes you feel safe. So the first part of online dating is making sure you are doing it in a manner that is safe, secure. You're not compromising anything about yourself that if it goes south, that they can use to your disadvantage. They have they're on your Facebook page. Now they can post all this stuff about you on Facebook. So I wouldn't even let the person be on my Facebook page. I wouldn't even do that. And if they ask, are you on Facebook? You would say, you can tell them yes, but I prefer that we don't engage one another on Facebook. Just you can be honest like that. And for what reason? Why? Because I'm in the process. I'm online dating. So everybody that I engage and have an opportunity to meet, I don't give them access to that level in my life.
Right.
Yeah. What are you laughing about? I can't see the quotes or the comments over there.
One person, she said, I don't know how to pronounce her first name, but her last name is Barksdale. She says, keyword distress. So,
In what way?
I mean, when you're going out and you're in a date and you have somebody there, they call you, I agree, you gotta have some type of key phrase or word that you can say so
Oh,
that they
okay,
know
okay,
that you're in trouble. Because
okay.
it's just common sense and it's just being careful. You
Mm-hmm,
don't know
mm-hmm.
because you don't know the other person because you met them online. Even if you met them at the Starbucks that one time and you meet them again, you still can take the same precautions, not just
Right.
because it's online.
Right. And if you're in a situation, lady, you're at a date, you're feeling very uncomfortable, all you have to do is take your purse and you can say to the gentleman, I'm going to the restroom.
Okay.
I'm out of here. or you can or you can get the manager and you can say, look, I'm on this date, first time with this guy, I'm feeling a little bit uncomfortable. I'm gonna leave when I get back to the table. Can you run an interference for me or something like that?
Oh
So
wow.
right. So
Okay, see, that's some good information because some women probably, they feel guilty and they're like, I don't know how to get out of this. And so, I mean, those are some good ways. I never would have thought of getting the manager involved other than
right.
causing a scene like, I'm out of here, I'm about to go. I
He
mean,
don't
that's
want that. The manager of the restaurant doesn't want that, and the person
no.
who you're with probably don't want that because he's probably gonna be even more embarrassed. I had the situation where I had a lady who catfished me. I told you when I
Yeah,
got to the restaurant, she showed up. She was differently than what I have a certain type I like. She was
right.
not that. She used to be that, but she was no longer that. It was clear. And so when she came to the table, I was disappointed. But being the gentleman that I am, I still entertained the date. But
Okay.
I did engage her in a conversation. I said, "Wow, you're very different than you had been presenting yourself to me for
Wow.
the last 2 weeks."
Okay.
And I said, and then she said, does that present an issue? Then I said, yes, because I like what I like. And you know that I was recently on the Steve Harvey show. I was the bachelor on the Steve Harvey show, and I was chosen. But after being chosen, I made it clear to the young lady who chose me that it wasn't a match because I like what I like. I wasn't gonna waste my time getting to know her personality. If you got a good personality, but I cannot look at you,
Right.
or you don't do for now. Let me say, she was an attractive lady, but she didn't do for me what a potential would need to do. Okay, she got to look like you. I mean, she got to have the right look.
You want to hear something funny? When I saw her, I was like, she's not Greg's type.
See, you know me.
I saw her. I said she's not Greg's type. But you know, I just knew.
See, all you have to do, right? Because you stalk my page, so you know all the women I like look the same. No, I'm joking with you.
But I know that's how. I mean, seriously, that's how I knew. I was like, she's not Greg's type. So I knew that from the beginning. But at least you were honest with her and you didn't lead her on. So that's the main thing.
Now, ReShell, you just said something very important. You need to be honest with people. When you're online dating, it's okay to say that this is not a match for me. Okay? And you take ownership for it. And if you're in online dating, you have to be open to not being received by everyone. You know, it goes both ways. I don't take it as rejection if I like someone and they don't like me back. I'm not gonna like you again and see, oh, she must have missed the like. No, if she don't respond to my like, I just said, well, okay, good. Her loss.
Okay, I have someone. Cheryl Denise Rogers said, "So what is Greg's type?"
No, that person is a stalker.
Oh, wow.
See, I got these friends. She's one of my friends, and she's trying to find out. She's trying to get some sensitive information.
Oh wow, Cheryl, we need some information. I'm with Cheryl.
Right? Okay. So, but I do have type. Like most people know that I like intelligent women. That means that they read books besides Dr. Seuss. That they can hold a conversation. I like a woman who is spiritual and not religious. Matter of fact, I don't date most religious women. I don't date. They turn me off. A lot of Christian women just turn me off. Okay, and I pass it because the conversation is only what they think I want to hear because I'm a pastor. So that's why I don't let most people know that I'm a man of a cloth, or even in the spiritual conversation, I keep it general to see what shows up on their side. So that's all I'm gonna tell you. I'm not tell you anything else. You my type. ReShell, you my type.
That was a lot. I got it.
Good. Block her.
But you want me to? I can't.
No, I'm joking with you. I'm joking with you.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna see if I'm pronouncing her name right. Is it Irma Carr? She said, "So who is Greg's type?" This is funny. Okay.
These my friends.
Okay.
ReShell. These my friends.
Cheryl says she's spiritual. Okay, my son is going. Cheryl says she's spiritual.
Hey, ReShell. These are my friends showing up.
Oh, okay.
Irma is my friend.
Irma's your friend. Shame on y'all, Irma and Cheryl.
They know my type. They already know my type. Exactly. But here's the thing. You need to know your type.
Yes.
Every woman needs to know who compliments them. Not just on a physical sense. No, physical beauty is one thing. I love beautiful women. They come in all shapes, forms, heights, and all those things. But there are some things that I look for beyond physical beauty. My soul purpose. What is my soul path? Does that person complement my soul path? You know, if they are, example, if a woman is insecure, she couldn't be my woman. Because I know a lot of women. 99% of the people I know are women by virtue of the work I do. Most men don't come to coaching unless there is a mandate. Either you show up or we breaking up. Either you show up or we're not getting married. Whereas women show up because they're on, like your page. And when I look at your page, I look at your Warrior Talk. Women show up because they're doing the work.
Yes.
Most men are not doing the work.
Wow.
Yeah. So know your type. So that's part of, when we talk about online dating, before you take the step into online dating, you need to ask yourself, am I date ready? Am I relationship ready? And a lot
Wow.
of times people will go out of one relationship. You know, the best way to deal with the breakup is get in another relationship. It eases the pain, but you're not, well, you need some clearance. You need some clearance between relationships. And so part of what I do with my clients is the readiness relationship coaching. We're
Wow.
looking at, what did you learn from your last relationship? If you tell me you didn't learn nothing from your last relationship, you're going to have the exact same type of relationship again. Because in every relationship, ReShell, you're either giving a lesson or
Yeah.
receiving a lesson. And in the best relationships, it's a dance of we're learning from one another. Excellent.
I
Yeah.
like that. I always say that in every relationship, you are the common denominator. So when something goes wrong, you're in the relationship. So you do need to take a step back, get a coach, find out what is it that happened in this relationship that I need to heal from. So when I move to the next relationship, I won't have these issues. I can come whole to the relationship.
And you know the biggest mistake most people make in breakups, they deal with their breakup with their girlfriend or their friend. Your girlfriend, first of all, you're not going to tell your girlfriend everything that happened.
Do not, do not.
You're not going to tell her that you spent your mortgage money on him and a pair of shoes. You're not going to, but see, when you have a coach or someone who is inside of the conversation from a non-judgmental perspective, but helping you look at how you're showing up in relationships, what you are attracting, then you'll find that you're going to grow. Because relationships are not about romance. Relationships are not about feeling good. Relationships are about growing. It's about obtaining or reaching your soul purpose in life. Whatever your purpose in life, you should have a mate that compliments you, that
Yes.
helps you show up as your best self.
Yes, I
That's
like that.
important. That's
That's
important.
so important. It's so important because then they'll be able to understand why you're so passionate, why you're working so hard, even if you're not even getting paid for what you're doing. But that's your purpose for being here. So you have to have somebody that's going to be able to understand and say, "Baby,
Right.
go ahead, be your cheerleader, be your coach, be
Right.
your number one fan," so that you won't feel guilty for doing what you were purposed to do. So I,
If you are, example, if you are an entrepreneur, be it a male or female entrepreneur, solopreneur, and you are grinding, getting your business off the ground, and to have a mate that says to you, get a job, or look at you as though you don't have a job because you're not punching a 40-hour clock,
yeah.
that is not going to give you the right resonance you need in that relationship. You know, so there's more to a relationship than sex. There's more to a relationship to looking good. The essence of a relationship is this person. How do they compliment me, or how do they act as a catalyst to me being my best me?
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
I like that because people always say, well, they want somebody to complete them, and you don't want them to complete. You should be already whole when you
See the
come. Already.
foolishness. See the foolishness. We first of all, let's scripturally. Adam was whole, all
Yes.
one. He was alone, all one.
Hmm. Hmm.
Adam, the female, she was all one.
Hmm.
Two halves don't make a whole.
Right.
Okay? You got to have a whole, be a whole person to show up in a whole relationship. You have
Yes.
a half but relationship because you're showing up half.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. So it's
Right.
100%. Show up 100.
Yes.
Be you and go from there. And you grow through every relationship you go through. You know, and every relationship is not going to be the final relationship. We do some relationships are for a season, some are for a reason, and very few are for a lifetime. The only ones that are for a lifetime oftentimes is your family of origin.
Hmm.
Very few of us will have the luxury of having someone in our lives today for a lifetime. So
Wow.
that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
So now here's one thing. When you're going online, what is your objective? So
Okay.
that's what I want you to close with that tonight. What is your objective? Are you going out there to play or to stay?
Mm.
Are you online just because you want to maybe identify 3 or 4 buddies, the people that you can go out and go on adult social meetings with? Or are you online because you're looking for that intimate soulmate, that person
Wow.
who you will that eventually you will be intimate with them, and they are a soulmate? Because you have a lot of like you're a soulmate. Because a soulmate is someone who engages you, who takes you to another level. But there's a deeper level of soulmate called the intimate soulmate, and that's
Yeah.
usually what we entitle like our marriage partners or our life partners. Yeah, yeah.
Wow. I did not know that I was going to get all of this tonight. This,
Okay, you got
wow.
the real deal.
I
What do you think?
see. I see. I'm seeing why it's important to have a relationship coach. Many
Yeah,
people just, go from one relationship to one relationship without healing, and then they sit back and, well, I'm just giving up on men. I'm just giving up on women. But that's not really the case. You got to be able to heal yourself and find out what's going on with you. And most of the time, you can't do it by yourself. And like you said, you can't do it with your friends because most of the time they're going through the same things that you're going with. So why not get a coach? We get a coach for everything else.
that's right.
So why
You
not?
invest in everything else. If you're talking about getting in a relationship with someone, invest in yourself first. Know who
Yes,
you are. No, a lot of times we don't know who we are because we're not showing up what I would like to call as we're not showing up authentically. Because
yes.
from kindergarten on, we are taught to fit in. Our
Hmm.
families of origin, but now you're at a place in your life where you can be who you want to be.
Yes,
Show up as that. Show
yes,
up as who you desire to be. You've been quiet all your life because when you were younger, you was the ugly duckling. But now you're a flowering,
yeah,
beautiful person, but you
yeah,
are hiding behind the shell of yesterday.
yes.
So a coach helps you do that. A dating coach will help, especially when you have now you can have a man coach or a woman coach. Instead of reading the book, Think Like a Man, why don't you
Mhm.
get a man to coach you? First of all, a woman shouldn't.
Is that gonna be
A
your
woman
book?
can. That's
Is that gonna be your book, right?
might be, but
Okay.
hey. So here's what I'm saying. So the advantage of having a man as your coach,
Mhm.
I'm going to tell you what he meant by what he just told you.
Yes.
So when he tells you I'm down for the 90 days, but you need to ask him, is he abstinent? That means he's not messing around for 90 days with you. But he
Right.
got Susie over here that he can hit. So then when 90 days elapsed, you say, oh, he waited on me. Sister, he didn't wait on you.
Mhm.
He just honored you. And
Wow.
so I recommend that women here's a freebie. One of the things I tell all of my clients who tell the brother that you're abstinent, even though you might have had sex last week. You tell him, I'm abstinent. I
Okay.
am not. I am holding myself to marriage, and
Mhm.
see what he says. But when you say make him wait 90 days, he'll wait for that. But if he hear you say I'm abstinent, first of all these sisters who are supposedly Christians, believers, why are you running with the philosophy of 90 days?
Right.
That's not biblical.
No.
So first of all, get your theology right. Live inside of what you believe. If you are a believer, a Christian, and he's not a Christian, or he never goes to church, why are you dating him?
Should not be entertaining that.
You shouldn't entertain because you're unequally yoked.
Yo. Wow.
Okay, so sisters, ask him, pray. What's your prayer life?
Mm.
And if he says, I pray 3 times a day, when I eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that's not a prayer life.
That,
That's
no.
not a prayer life. Or
No.
when he prays, lay me down to sleep. If I should die before I wake, pray the Lord my soul. That's not a prayer life. So you want
Mm-mm.
to find out what are his spiritual disciplines that he's inside of without you.
What about if you ask him to pray with you and he never does pray with
That's a sign.
you? You
That's
like
a
let
sign.
and he
That's
make
a
everything.
sign. That's a sign. I mean, especially if it's important to you that
Yeah.
you are engaging someone who is like-mindedness. Now, it may not be important to you. Then you can be unequally yoked with that
Yes.
person. So know what's important to you. And so as a dating coach, I help you identify the 10 most important things that to you that you don't share with him, but you know how to
Mm.
find out if he stands inside of those things. You don't have
Wow.
to ask him, does he pray? Just, did he pray? Did he pray over the meal? You know, that whole situation. How do you can ask him questions. How do you deal with dilemmas in your life?
Yes,
And
that's
that and
important.
that right, and that'll tell you some things too. He'll say, well, when I got a dilemma in my life, I hit the bone, and smoke one, or take a
Mm.
shot of Hennessy. And
Oh.
I'm being kind of comical,
Right, but you
but
need to
I'm
know.
saying you need to know
Yes.
what that person does. So I'm giving you a lot of value. This even though I
Yes.
see we're right at the 7 o'clock hour, but I want to say this to your listeners. I am offering a special to you guys, and I will put the link on your page. And I think
Okay.
I put it a little earlier. If they click the link, it will share with them what I do inside of my dating packages. and then they can reach out to me. Now, if they are on the show and they mention Warrior Talk, they get a $25 discount off of the package,
Oh,
off
wow.
any package. So they just mention Warrior Talk, okay? And we'll go there. Now, my packages are reasonably priced, and they are affordable because I don't want you engaged in me to cause another problem in your life. Now you engage in me, but you can't afford the date because you're broke. So I have a reasonably packaged program. So good. Any other questions that your listeners would like to have? You ask Ausar. You can
let me know if you have any other questions for Coach Greg. Sharon says, yes, spirituality compatibility is important, and I'm hoping I'm saying her name right. Is it Apollonia Barksdale?
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay,
See, another one of my friends, Apollonia.
She goes, if he doesn't pray with you, that's a sign unequally yoked. It's and it's I guess as women we don't want to push. You don't want to be known as this pushy person, and I just feel like sometimes that maybe we feel like our expectations are too high, or either maybe they too low because we tend
You
to
get
back
what you
down.
expect.
Yeah,
Right.
it's like
Right.
sometimes you like, okay, I'm just gonna go with the flow because he's getting bothered by me speaking my truth or saying what I want, and
Then
then
he's not the guy for you. He's not the guy for you if he can't handle your truth. If he can't handle the truth, he's not the guy. She's not the guy. Because we don't need to be in relationships and can't show up as who we are. In a relationship, I should be able to say to you with compassion, with a level of compassion and honor and respect, whatever needs to be said. Because guess what? I'm a mirror for you. By yourself, you're okay. But when you engage another person, they're able to see the flaws. They're able to see the things that you need to address oftentimes. Yeah.
wow. Okay, Sharon says a fear of online dating is the catfish syndrome. I call it if this is a real person. Oh, we talked about that already about being catfish, and Greg gave us some information on how not to let that happen. It's
And
important to have online
then you
safety.
share it with there, yeah. Do the
Yeah.
virtual meeting. The virtual meeting will help you avoid being catfished.
Right. And so you're supposed to meet, what you say, after 2 weeks, you should be
No, within 2 weekends.
within two weeks
It could be
have a
7 days.
virtual
Right.
meeting.
Right.
So
You,
Sharon,
yeah.
within 2 weeks, we should be looking at this person, whether it be a FaceTime or whatever. We should be looking at them, talking to them, and then eventually meeting with them. You shouldn't be online dating for 6 months with somebody. Girl, I'm online
No.
dating. Girl, no,
He
you
he
know.
know everything about you.
Yes,
Right.
so that we shouldn't be doing that. Henry says, I think you need to see how they can handle a problem. And that is true. That's so true. Greg mentioned that because you don't know how they react when you're angry. You don't know if they hit things. You don't know if they hit you. You don't know if they verbally abusive. You don't know. And so you want someone who's going to be able to handle a crisis, with ease. And it's okay to get upset, but what do you do when you're upset? Who do you lash out at people? Do you go calm down? Then I need to know how to handle you when you're upset. Do I need to give him some space so he could just calm down? Then I'll come back and approach him later, so that I can learn. You need to learn your person and how to approach them when they're going through something like that. Apollonia said, if he or she cannot handle the truth, then he or she is not the guy for you. Amen.
That's right. But
Amen.
sometimes we're so thirsty to
Yes.
be in a relationship, and we
Yes.
dummy down and we say, "Oh, I can handle this." No, what they show you gets worse.
Yes. Oh.
So if they scream, they're cuss, they're holler, and if they push you, they're gonna hit you. So whatever you see on the front side of the relationship usually is gonna get worse. So be mindful of that and look
Wow.
for clues. And then at some point, we don't delve into. I don't believe in getting into old relationships, but I will ask questions on what did you gain most out of your last relationship.
Mm.
Okay,
Okay.
and then you may ask them. I don't necessarily want to know the reason for the breakup, but what part did you play? In every relationship, we play a part. It could be
Yes.
I stuck around too long.
Yep. I like that answer. Yep.
I knew she was dipping off with other people, and I stuck around. So
Mm.
I fed into it.
Hmm.
So it's almost like you have to have an interviewing skills to get to know this person. It's too serious because this is the person you're going to make an emotional investment in,
Yes.
and they're going to either make you or break you.
Break you.
So yeah,
Mm.
right. So relationships is not about love. that feeling all in and of itself. That's a part of a relationship. But relationships really about your sole purpose. How does
Yeah.
this person, I was married 30 years. I was married to a person who was part of my sole purpose. And we had good times, bad times, happy times, sad times, power, passion, pain of black love. But at the end of the day, I made the right decision with
Yes.
her. I would not be who I am today except for the woman that I engaged in for 30 years.
Wow,
Okay?
that's powerful right there.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because I'm 48 and I have not even thought about it until now, being with someone who is aligned with my purpose. And then it makes you wonder why the other relationships didn't work out because I wasn't even operating in my purpose at that time.
So
So,
why is God gonna send you your Boaz or your purposeful man when you're not even on purpose?
exactly.
Hmm?
Exactly.
You're not in your why, you in your how. How he gonna pay for this, that, or the other, versus being in
Right.
your why is your purpose. Got it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm learning to God has positioned me for my purpose. So I'm operating in my purpose right now. Henry says, but when you see the red flags, you better exit the stage left. Yes, you gotta go.
And saying
I love
Henry is correct. Know the flags. Know the flags that's showing up. Now
yeah,
sometimes a person may show a flag, but you might want to check it out. Maybe they're willing to work on it. They're
okay.
at the place of work on it. So many people, other people have avoided the relationship when the flags show up. But you can say, okay, let's see what this is all about. If they take ownership on it, okay, they've been hurt before, so they don't trust. So you see the flag of distrustfulness. You want to engage them to see where is this coming from. They've been
Mhm.
hurt before, and see if they're willing to do the work, not work on you. So doing the work may mean you don't become their therapist or their coach.
Mhm.
You recommend that they get some help.
Yes. Wow. I like that. Apollonia said, "This is good. This is some good information, and it makes you just stop because we're so eager to date." And as Apollonia said, the thirst is real when it comes to dating or just having a partner because we see so and so happy on Facebook. They posting all these pictures. Oh, we on vacation. Oh, we doing this and we doing that. You don't know what the home is like. That's just sometimes it's just a front for Facebook, but sometimes we don't take time to get to know who we are, what we want, and that's how sometimes we settle for things that is not even a part of our purpose, or even sometimes we just, I call it stifling myself. I've been in relationships to where I stifled myself, and I know it wasn't for me. And I kind of like, I dated this Muslim. I dated this Muslim for 5 years, and I found myself in this relationship stifling myself. We was out at he worked at a barbershop. So we was talking with his friends and stuff. And normally, with Muslim men, the women, you don't engage in a conversation when he's talking with other men. You sit, you be quiet unless they ask you to be a part of the conversation. And so one of his friends was asking me about school, and I was embarrassed to say, "Oh yeah, I have my master's degree," because I didn't want to make him feel low. And I know
Right.
he only had a high school diploma. And so I said, yeah, I took some college classes, and I left it at that because if I had gotten into a conversation with him, then when we would have left there, he would have been like, really? Nobody asked you to say all that. So I had to, that wasn't a relationship for me because I couldn't be my true self. I couldn't be my authentic self. And it's not a happy relationship. And so you just have to know within your heart what it is that you want, what makes you happy, and don't allow anyone to shove down your throat what they think would make you happy. Stop cheating
Right.
yourself out of happiness.
Right.
Or should I say out of joy? Because happiness is built on
Joy.
what's happening around you. And joy
Joy.
comes from within.
That's right. And here's the thing: the people you date and go on dates with, and eventually engage in an intimate relationship, they should increase your joy quotient. They
Mm,
don't bring you happiness. They don't bring
right.
you joy, but that just their personage increases it. It brings
Yeah.
they bring value to the
Yeah.
relationship. You got to already have happiness. It should come from the inside. You got to already have joy. You got to already have peace. All those things you look for in a relationship, you should have them already. Because guess what? Suppose that person passes away,
Mm.
then you lose your joy. You lose your
Yeah.
peace. All of those things. So that's important. Okay.
Wow. So give us some words of wisdom, Coach Greg.
Well, the most important thing I would tell each person is to get a sense of who they are. Why are you in this thing called Earth School? What did you come here to experience? What is your unique, authentic self that you are not expressing?
Mm,
Know what the purpose of the relationship is. If it's to make you happy, if it's to deal with loneliness, all of those are wrong reasons. Okay, it's not until you are okay with being alone, all one by yourself, that you're ready to be in a relationship with someone else. It wasn't until Adam was all one that
yeah.
God said, he then said it's not good for man to be alone, because there comes a place of being from all one to
Mhm.
loneliness.
Mm.
Loneliness. So when you're feeling about to feel a sense of loneliness, you know you're about ready to get into a relationship.
Wow.
Okay. When you're comfortable and at peace of being all one, then it's
Mhm.
good. But there's going to come a point where God is going to put inside of you a desire to be alongside of someone,
Wow.
because it's just something about the compliment of having that other person. Because you grow your greatest through relationship with someone else. You can
Love
do
it.
all the work you want to do by
Love it.
yourself. But when you get in relationship with someone, you can see if what you've been practicing, you're ready to actually put it to work.
Yes. Wow. So tell them that was powerful. So tell everybody how they can follow you or get in contact with you with your coaching
Okay?
services. And again, tell them about the discount that you're going to give them.
Okay. First of all, you can follow me at Gregory A. Stanton. That's my public figure page, Gregory A. Stanton. And on that page, you usually see all kinds of different things going on. So you can follow me there. In addition to that, those of you who have engaged in this conversation tonight, if you're interested in coaching services, you can get in contact with me. I will post on this. On which page are we on yours? Which
My
page?
personal page, Lady
On
ReShell.
your Okay, on your personal page, I will post and offer the dating coach, and inside of there will be a link there that they can reach out to me on. And then I'm giving a $25 discount. Now, no, I'm not a discount, a promo, because
Okay.
I'm not going to discount my service, because I'm gonna still give
Right.
you the same level of services. So I have a promotion going, 25 off your package. Most people are not aware of coaching. Coaching is not counseling. Okay, because I am a therapist by trade, I may at times take a break from the coaching and offer you 1 to 2 sessions. If it's something that can be dealt with in a coaching from a therapeutic model, I'll do that for 1 or 2 sessions. But if you're dealing with something that's going to take 6 to 12 sessions in counseling, I will recommend that you go and get that, and then come back and let's resume for the coaching aspect. Yeah.
Wow. That is
Right.
awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate the information you gave us. So if anybody is interested in online dating, you want to know the do's and the don'ts, you want to know how to be safe, you want to know how to eliminate that fear and the things that you need to do to keep yourself
Right.
from being catfish and to just work within your authentic self so that you can attract your purpose mate. So Greg, I
Yeah.
appreciate you so much. This was some good information, some things that I really haven't even thought
Yeah.
about, some things that now I'm going to be thinking about since I've heard this. Sharon said, "Great show." This was a
Yeah.
great show. I apologize that we got cut off so many times, but it did not stop the flow of the conversation. So thank you so much. We are going to have to do this again.
I'm looking forward to it. And I'm a
Yes.
block. I'm a block my friends. I'm gonna go on another.
No, you don't. They don't already send me friend requests, so don't
See,
block
look
them.
at. See, ReShell, you see how slick sisters are? They done already
Yes,
friended you. All
they,
my friends try to friend my friends, so they try to find out. Okay,
that's
but
funny.
I'm slicker than a can of oil.
Woo, wait, all right. Don't hurt
All
yourself.
right, ReShell. Yeah. All right. Thank you. I enjoy it. I look forward to engaging you in the future.
Yes, we're gonna do this again. Thank you so much. Enjoy your
Okay.
evening.
Likewise. Okay.
Thank you. Oh my goodness, you guys, this was an amazing show. Make sure y'all go to Greg's page. Please go to his page, bombard his page, y'all. Request him as a friend. See what he offers as a coach. He's an amazing man with a wealth of knowledge. Trust me, he has a wealth of knowledge. Thank you so much, Apollonia. I'm hoping that I'm saying your name correctly. If I'm not, please, I apologize. If you are not already my friend on Facebook, please friend me on Facebook. I have some different things that are going to be going on. Right now, I have 2 tickets that I'm going to give away for Tracy's event, Forever Hope Agency. I'm going to post it on my page and give you guys a chance to win the tickets. They are $50 tickets, and Tracy and Forever Hope Agency, she's the vice president, they help breast cancer patients and they help the youth. STEM program to help the individuals that are out in the community. And I also, coming up on May 4th, which is a Saturday, I'm hosting a paint and dip. So we're going to paint and dip for anybody who's going through a cancer diagnosis. If you know somebody that's in the battle right now and they're experiencing a cancer diagnosis, have them to come out. May 4th, it's going to be, I think, from 3 to 6, and we're going to paint and we're going to dip. So when you're in the battle, you can't drink alcohol. So instead of us drinking, because I don't drink anyway, we're going to dip. We're going to have different dips. They're going to get a goodie bag. I call it a swag bag. And they're going to get a chance to paint and just have a moment of serenity while they're on their journey. Because when you're going through treatment for cancer or any type of ailment, sometimes you're just focused and you don't get a chance to relax. You don't get a chance to think about yourself because you're so focused. You have tunnel vision going through that journey. So I want to be able to give a sense of serenity, if only for a moment, to those who are going through a cancer journey. It's free. You don't have to pay anything. You just have to be in the battle for cancer. So if you know anyone, send them over to my page, inbox me and let me know so that I can get them on the list so that they can go. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. Be on the lookout for my second book anthology. I'm presenting my own book anthology. It's titled When Warriors Talk, God Listens. So that's the poster behind me. And I have 5 amazing authors who are operating in God's grace right now, and they're going to be sharing their stories. And so we're going to be talking about an encounter with God that changed the trajectory of our journey. So stay tuned for that. It's coming out in June of this year. I think we're going to have a book launch coming up in the 3rd week in June, and I want you guys to be a part of it. Thank you so much. Enjoy your night. I appreciate you guys for hanging with me. And remember, if you haven't shared the video, share the video. And just remember, warriors, to keep thriving while surviving. See you guys.